failed with 2:22 to go in the first quarter. It was 8-6 Carrington. Then in the second quarter, Carrington would come down, go 6 plays, 43 yards, and Garber again with a 6-yard touchdown run. Clifton added the 2-point conversion with 3:30 to go in the first half. It was 16-6 in favor of Carrington. And then the lone score in the fourth quarter, Valley City. They went on a nice drive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plays. 78 yards, and it was Gavin Treebold, a 23-yard completion from Finn Doctor. The 2-point conversion failed, and with 2 minutes to go, 16-12 your score in favor of Carrington. And that is your final here this afternoon. For Valley City, Doctor finishing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for 15 passing for 88 yards, and that 1 touchdown. Treebold had 3 for 41, 1 for 8 by Marcelinas Milan, 1 catch for 28 yards for Albrecht, and 1 catch for 11 yards late in the game on their final drive for Andrew Sikora. And Sikora, he had 7 carries, 38 yards on the ground, and Marcelinas Milan carried the ball 3 times for 32 yards. Doctor, he had 4 carries, -9. Undum carried the ball 4 times for 5 yards. Conklin 1 carry for none. And Leighton Hendrickson carried the ball twice for no yards. And Rosema 1 carry for 1 yard. So total of 67 yards on the ground, 88 through the air, 154 total offense for Valley City. And for Carrington, it was Garber again. Nick Garber, 10 carries, 153 yards rushing. And Clifton, he had 8 carries for 1 yard, 2 carries for 4 yards by Threadgold, and 1 carry -4 yards on 1 carry there for, double check, that was Ottersel on the 1 carry for -4 yards. So 154 yards on the ground and just 1 completion for Parker Bickett. And that was a 5-yarder, so they had 159 yards passing, or 159 yards total offense in the game here today. So Carrington wins it by a final of 16-12. So coming up, we'll have our junior varsity game here in just a few minutes. Well, actually, we're going to have it right now. We are ready to rock and roll. And just almost exactly on time, 6:33. And this will be 4 10-minute quarters, except for the final 2 minutes of each quarter. Well, then it will be regular time. So the Highliners will kick the ball off. It's the West Fargo Horace Hawks here this afternoon. And here's the kickoff. We're underway. Corbin Powell with the kick. Back in action. Hawks will receive across the 30 and out to around the 39-yard line. That is Owen Mueller on the carry. And I am utilizing just the roster I have from the High School Activities Association for the JV here for Horace. So hopefully it is the right roster for the Hawks. They are wearing their white tops with the black pants, black numerals. And they have the black helmets with kind of similar to the Oregon Ducks with the wings on the side. The similar helmet to the Oregon Ducks. Here's the first carry from scrimmage. Jackson Narum on the carry. The freshman gets out across the 45, or the 35, and he'll get out to the 39-yard line. We'll get him out to the 39. Gain of 5 brings up 2nd down and 5. Alec Germanson, a freshman, 5'9", at quarterback from the 49-yard line. They run a similar offense to the Highliners. 1 wide receiver, single set, 2 wings. And we've got a whistle, we've got a flag on the far side of the field. Before play even developed, we've got a false start against West Fargo Horse. So back him up. Back to the 34-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 34. The Hawks working from right to left. Highliners in their all blues, tops and bottoms. Nermanson pitches here to the wide side of the field. On the carry is Kiefer Miller, and he has stood up and brought down for no gain, maybe lost a yard or two. Jack Dieterle coming up there defensively from his end spot for the Highlighters. And that was Dylan Otterson on the carry. That will be a loss of 4 yards. Back to the 30-yard line. So third down and 14 for the Hawks from their own 30. Again, running clock in the first and third quarters, running clock in the second and fourth, except for the final 2 minutes. Aaron Heck, head coach of the junior varsity, with Brad Suffolcool on his assistant. Low snap, Germanson has it, rolling out, looking to throw, then drops the football, and it is recovered by the Highliners. I don't think they're going to call that a pass. They're going to call that a fumble. And the Highliners are going to have it first and 10 on the turnover at the 28-yard line. So Germanson's going to be called for the fumble, and Valley City will take over at the 26, first and 10. So the first turnover of the game goes to the Highliners. Jackson Thornton will bring him up to the line of scrimmage. The freshman quarterback. McLaughlin, the lone setback, 2 wings. Now man in motion. McLaughlin gets the carry right up the middle, hit initially and brought down for maybe a yard or 2 pickup. Casey Nordic on the tackle. I wonder if that's any relation to Jeremy Nordic, former quarterback at Moorhead State. Dad Dale Nordic was a longtime coach in Northern Cass. Might have to ask. That's to the 23-yard line. Gain of 3 yards for McLaughlin from the 23. Here's the pitch. Wide side of the field here to the near side. At the 20. And the carry. Shape. Derek Shape inside the 15 to the 14. That'll be enough for a first down. And Shape will take it down to the 14-yard line. First and 10 for Valley City. And they took over at the 26-yard line in Horace territory. And at the 14-yard line, facing a first and 10. McLaughlin, the lone setback. Muchler goes in motion. He gets the pitch to the wide side of the field, trying to get to the corner, and brought down to the 11-yard line, gain of about 3. We'll bring up second down. And I'll mark it at the 12. So we'll give him a 2-yard pickup. And it'll be second down and 8 from the 12-yard line. 5:54 remaining here in quarter number 1. Junior varsity football, Valley City and Horace. 10 seconds on the play clock. Jackson Thornton brings him up to the line. Parker Almond split out wide to the far side. Now the man in motion, Muchler. Rolling out, Thornton here to the near side, under pressure. And Thornton will just get rid of it. And incompleted pass. Boy, he just got rid of it before being brought down from behind. Again, that was Nordic on the pressure. So third down coming up here for the Highliners. We hit the 5-minute mark here in quarter number 1 from the 12. It'll be third down and 7 for Valley City. McLaughlin the lone sec. 2 wings. I'm in the wide out, far side of the field. Thornton. McLaughlin. 10. 5. He's going to be very close to the first down. As McLaughlin takes it down, it is enough for a Highliner first down. As they move it, it looks like it's right at the 3-yard line. So it'll be first and goal to goal for Valley City from the 3. 4:17, clock ticking here in the quarter. 5th play of the drive, all on the ground. Well, we had the 1 incompleted pass, actually, so 6th play of the drive. Here's Shape in motion. Hand on McLaughlin left side. He's got a hole. He's got a touchdown. Oh, McLaughlin takes it in after the fumble, and the Highliners use 6 plays and take it 26 yards. And now the conversion coming up here for Valley City. McLaughlin with 3 carries for 15 yards on that drive, taking it for the last 3. And now the conversion here for Valley City. Thornton will bring him up to the line with his 2 wings. McLaughlin the lone setback. Shape comes in motion. He gets the pitch. Derek Shape cuts inside of a block, and he's going to be in for the conversion. So we come back up the field with 4 minutes and 2 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Your score is Valley City 8 and Horace nothing. This is Highlander Football on the Highlander Activity Network. That was a 6-play, 26-yard drive after the fumble. And Valley City on the board first on a 3-yard touchdown run by Caleb McLaughlin. Derek Shape out of the conversion. And Valley City leading at 8-0. And here's the kickoff by Powell. And bobbled on the ensuing. Picked up at the 23, far side 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Out to the 45. And a good return on that far sideline for Israel Bauer on the return. And Bauer is going to be out of bounds at the Highliner 49-yard line. So good starting field position for the Hawks. At the Valley City 49 with 3:46 left to go here in the first quarter. 8-0 Highliners. And these 2 schools will meet Friday night in West Fargo. Homecoming for the Hawks. It'll be the second of 3 straight homecoming games that Valley City's played in. They spoiled Dickinson's last week. They got Horace's this week, and then they'll have their own homecoming game next weekend as Wahpeton will come to town. From the 49, first down and 10 for the Hawks. 2 wings, receiver wide here to the near side of the field. Germanson under center. And 2 men are in motion. There's the flag, and this will kill the play. It's going to be a big first down carry, but this is all coming back. One wing was going to go in motion. The other wing started in motion, and that is against the rules. So illegal shift against the Hawks. You can back them up 5, and they go back into their own territory to their own 46-yard line. So first and 15 for the Hawks from their own 46. First and 15 for the Hawks. 2 wings, lone setback. Germanson under center. Has a man coming in motion. Oh, new quarterback in there too, by the way. And I don't have our number 11. I apologize for that. Inside handoff. On the carry, Liam Gladu on the carry. The fullback gets 3 yards out to the 49-yard line. Brings up a 2nd and 12 from the 49. Receiver wide here to the near side of the field. 1 set. Man in motion. On the wing. On the carry to the far side. Jackson Narum. And then Narum looked like he got back to the line as the original line of scrimmage and then pushed back. The ball came free and say he was down. As Colton Griebel hands the ball to the official, but down by contact. So we got back to the original line of scrimmage. Gain of a couple yards for Narum. So it's 3rd and 10 for the Hawks from the 49. And they're at the Highliner 49-yard line. 3rd down play coming up. Gladu is the lone setback. Gladu about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And rolling out, looking to throw. Setting up, deep, over the middle, incomplete. Narum, the intended receiver. And it'll be incomplete. And fourth down coming up here for the Hawks. So fourth down play coming up here. And they will punt the ball away from the 49-yard line. Fourth down and 10. Good snap. The approach and the kick. Wobbler far side. At the 20-yard line, return. Looking for running room and shape out to the 25 on the sideline and hit by Narum on that far side. And it'll be first and 10 for the Hawks, or for the Highliners at their 34-yard line. 29 seconds. Again, we have running time in the first and third quarters. And then normal time in the final 2 minutes of the second and fourth quarter. From the 34, first down and 10 for the Highliners. Second possession here in the first quarter, leading 8-0. Jackson Thornton under center. Gives to McLaughlin up the middle at the 35 to the 40. And then met by a host of Horace tacklers across the 40 out to the 41-yard line. Picks up 7. And that may be the final play of this first quarter. And it is. After the pickup across the 41, we are through one quarter of football. And your score in this junior varsity matchup between Valley City and West Fargo Horace, it's the Highliners 8 and the Hawks nothing. We're back with more junior varsity football on the Highliner Activity Network. Valley City has a second down play coming up here from the 42. Jackson Thornton fumbles the snap and falls on it to lose a yard to the 41. So it was us second and 3. And now it'll be second and 4 after the yard loss to the 41-yard line. Actually, they're going to move all the way back to the 40, so we'll give them a 2-yard loss on the fumbled snap. From the 40 for Valley City, third down and 4 yards to go at their own 40-yard line. With the two wings, Thornton under center, shape goes in motion. Hand off McLaughlin up the middle, bounce it to the outside. Caleb to the 45, to the 50, to the 45, 40, and then ridden out of bounds or escorted out of bounds on the far sideline in Hawk territory. Inside the 40, stepped out of bounds at the 39-yard line. It'll be enough for a Highliner first down, first and 10 at the Hawk 39. A minute gone here in the second quarter. But a 21-yard carry there for McLaughlin, now up to 43 yards on 5 carries. First and 10 from the 39. Griebel comes in motion. Colton's got it. He wants to throw. He's looking. He's got Amon. The ball floater up there. Amon goes up and, incomplete. It was just kind of a dying quail floater pass by Colton Griebel and Parker Amon, and tried to out-jump the two defenders. Couldn't come up with it cleanly. Incomplete. And we'll bring up a second down and 10 from the 39. I don't think his arm was hit. Just slipped out of his hands and wobbled. Amon, who had a little bit of a height advantage, couldn't come down with it. Looked like Brady Bauer was one of the defensive backs that he was out jumping there. Gives about a 3 to 4 inch height advantage to Amon. From the 39, second down and 10 for Valley City. Thornton turns, gives McLaughlin, and he is hit immediately. He's stopped, and I always looked like I don't know if his cleat got caught in the turf, but he just stopped and it was hit there. A loss of 1 to the 40-yard line. Brings up third down here for Valley City. The line of scrimmage is the Hawk 40. First drive went 6 plays. This will be the 6th play of this drive. Actually, I believe play number 7 from the 40. Grable in motion. Here's check that Muchler. He gets the pitch. And Jamison Muchler inside the 35, inside the 30, and he's going to have the first down. And inside the 30-yard line down to the 28-yard line. Jacob Birnbaum on the tackle. It will be to the 28-yard line. 12-yard carry there for Jamison Muchler. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Highliners. At the 28-yard line in Horace territory, 6.5 minutes to go, second quarter. Muchler is slot right, Shape slot left. Amon wide out to the left. McLaughlin the lone setback. Jackson Thornton under center. Muchler comes in motion. Handoff goes to McLaughlin up the middle of the 25 to the 20. And Caleb gets it down inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line. Zayden Matheson on the tackle. And they'll mark it right down at the 19. After that 9-yard pickup, it'll bring up 2nd down and 1. Thornton will bring him up to the line of scrimmage. Again with his 2 wings. And McLaughlin lone setback. Shape goes in motion. Counter, Muchler to the 20. He's going to have the first down inside the 15 and down to the 13-yard line. Brody Strom on the tackle there for the Hawks. To the 13. A gain of 6 yards for Muchler. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line for Valley City. As we approach 5 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Highliners leading at 8-0. Muchler, wing right. Shape, wing left. McLaughlin the lone setback. Shape straight back in motion. Rolling out Jackson Thornton, and he is going to be wrapped up and thrown down for a sack at about the 26-yard line. On the pressure, Liam Glado on the pressure there for the Hawks. And the sack back to the 25. It's a loss of 12 on the sack. That will bring up 2nd down and 22 at the 25-yard line for Valley City. Jackson Thornton, the freshman quarterback, brings him up to the line of scrimmage. Sends Shape in motion. Fumbles the snap. Picks it up, and he's going to be wrapped up. Again, Glado there defensively, along with Matheson. Matheson. That's going to be a loss again. And Horace is going to take a timeout. And that's a 2-yard loss back to the 27-yard line on another fumbled snap. So a timeout taken by the Hawks back to the 27-yard line. With 3 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Highliners leading at 8-0. We're back with more junior varsity football on the Highliner Activity Network. Three minutes, 52 seconds left to go. Second quarter, Valley City facing a 3rd down and 22. From the 27, Thornton back to pass. Here comes pressure. He is going to be wrapped up. He's going to be brought down back at the 37-yard line. Another 10-yard loss on another sack. And the Hawks will again call their second timeout. After that 10-yard loss. And Jackson Thornton, he has been sacked a couple of times here and a couple of drop snaps. All the way back, they're going to mark it there at the 34-yard line. So we're just going to say 7-yard loss on that one. But he is minus 23 yards rushing here. So it'll be 4th down for Valley City. at the 34-yard line. Hawks will have one timeout remaining. 3:45 left to go, second quarter, 8-0 Highliners. So Valley City will face that fourth down. They're going to play field position. Corbin Powell with that wind at his back. They're going to try to pin the Hawks deep. Line of scrimmage to the 34-yard line. High snap. He comes down with it. Corbin gets it away. High spiraling kick. Trying to get it to turn over. And it does. Did they keep it out of the end zone? I think they did. Nope, they did get in. It snuck in. Did sneak in right there at the end on that second bounce. It will be a touchback. So 34-yard punt, no return. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Hawks at the 20-yard line. As the offense comes back out with 3 minutes and 21 seconds left to go. Here in quarter number 2. Valley City leading at 8-0. Hawks coming out for their third possession. And again, we have running time until the final 2 minutes of the second and fourth quarter. Then we'll have normal clock. So the clock right now is ticking. Inside 3 minutes remaining. Here in this second quarter, 8-0 Highliners. Hawks with one timeout remaining. So they come out to the line of scrimmage at the 20-yard line. I want to say that's Germanson back in shotgun formation. His second series. Nairn comes in motion. He gets the handoff to the outside of the 20. Trying to cut the corner and does it at the 25. And I think he stepped out of bounds. Kind of forced out there. Griebel and Amon forced him out of bounds along with Jamison Muchler on the near sideline. But he did get out of bounds. Of course, it doesn't matter until we get inside 2 minutes remaining. And to the 26-yard line. So out to the 27. It's running time. Running time until the final 2 minutes. From the 27-yard line, inside handoff to the 30-yard line. So that will be enough for a first down. After that gain of 3, the first carry. That one will take him out across right at the 31-yard line. So it brings up 1st and 10 for the Hawks from the 31. Rolling near side, Germanson looking to throw. Sets up, throwing near side, incomplete. Nordic tender receiver. And it'll be incomplete. Brings up a 2nd down and 10 from the 31. One minute, 29 seconds. Here we're in the second quarter. 8-0. From the 31. Germanson under center. Pitches in the air here to the near side. Looking for a blocker, gets it. Gets out to the 35. Muchler on the tackle. But he gets out across the 35-yard line. Brings up 3rd down. After that pickup of 4. 3rd down and 6. From the 35-yard line. Hawks going from left to right. Germanson in the pump, into the shotgun, has the snap. Rolling out, looking to throw. Downfield, intended receiver was Narum. Ball was caught by Aaron Heck. Incompleted pass. Good to see he still has the hands. And a minute 4 remaining. It'll bring up a 4th down for the Hawks at their own 35-yard line. Fourth down and 6 from the 35. 8-0 Highlanders with the lead. Coming up at halftime, we'll recap our first half stats and scoring. and let you know what else is coming up on the Highlander Activity Network. Germanson has two receivers, and that is going to send a flag, and that might be delay a game. It is. Delay a game, back them up 5. So back to the 30-yard line, brings a 4th and 11 from the 30. And they'll quickly come up to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers wide, hit to the near side. 2 receivers to the far side. Empty backfield in a shotgun. Jefferson into the shotgun. Low snap, comes up with it. Looking to throw. Sets up. Fires near side. Complete. Out to the 39-yard line. Pickup of 9 yards. And on the completion, Bauer there on the completion. A gain of 9. So it brings up the ball going over on downs. Over to Valley City. From the 39-yard line. In Horace territory with 1 minute and 4 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the 39. 1st and 10 for Valley City, 2 wings. McLaughlin the lone setback. Jackson back to throw. Here comes a blitz. Middle screen complete. McLaughlin has it to the 35. And Caleb is going to be brought down at the 34-yard line. That will be a gain of 5. 5-yard pickup there on the completion. That was the middle screen to Caleb McLaughlin. So it'll be 2nd down and 5 at the 34-yard line. 8 timeout taken, too, on the play by Valley City. The clock has been frozen at 1:04. Not sure why, but it has been frozen at 1:04 for the last 2 plays. From the 34-yard line. Officials, I don't think they've been seeing that the clock hadn't moved. 2nd down and 5. Jackson back to pass. Throws. Riskeen intercepted. Nordic back to the way to the 40. And Nordic, he's to the midfield stripe and then brought out of bounds by Caleb McLaughlin. And the interception for Horace. Underthrown pass, and Case Nordic stepped in front and came up with the interception and returns it back into Highlander territory at the 38-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Hawks. With 55 seconds remaining here in this first half. They'll have it at the Highlander 38-yard line. That was a 32-yard return on the interception. And they have it at the 38, 1st and 10. They have, I believe, 1 timeout remaining. Jemison brings them up to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers right, 2, 3 left. Back to the pass. Looking. Has time, under pressure, gets avoids the pressure. Now throws the middle of the field. It is tipped incomplete. Griebel almost had an interception there, stepping in front of the intended receiver. And it'll be an incompleted pass. Wrong spot there. Gets the right line of scrimmage there, official. Now he brings it where it's supposed to be at the 38. 2nd down and 10 for the Hawks. Clock again sticking. Apparently issues with the clock because it did not go off the 55 seconds there and should have. From the 38-yard line. Again, 3 receivers right, 2 left. Hermanson back to throw. Now he throws complete and had his man, his short receiver here near side, Otterson. And Dillon will take it to the 37, so a gain of 1. And will bring up to the 37-yard line. Again, a pickup of 1 yard. 3rd down and 9 here from the 37-yard line. He did get out of bounds with 49 seconds remaining. 2 receivers to the far side, 3 here to the near side. Now man in motion. Gets the handoff on the inside of the 35. And, looked like he stumbled over one of his own blockers. And going to be upended. Cooper Fuchs on the carry. And it looked like he tripped on his own blocker to the 31, gain of 6 yards. And we'll bring up a 4th down here from the 37-yard line, or 32-yard line, gain of 5. So 4th down play coming up here for the Hawks. It'll be 4th. And they need to get to the 28, 4th and 4, we'll call it, from the 32-yard line. With 36 seconds to go here in this first half. 8-0, Highlanders with the lead. Junior varsity football here tonight from Hannah Field. These two schools will meet on Friday night for the Horace homecoming. 7 o'clock kickoff. Coming up at halftime, we'll recap the stats here in this first half. Recap the scoring. And give you a heads up what else is coming up on the Highlander Activity Network. Lots more football tomorrow and Thursday with the Thunder. We got tennis also tomorrow. We'll talk about that coming up at the half. From the 32-yard line, Germanson will bring him out. It is a 4th down coming up here for Horace. Need to get to the 28. 4th and 4 from the 32. 36 seconds to go, second quarter. Now he's under center. He rolls out looking to throw. Got a man wide open on the far sideline. He's got him complete. First down, and he stays in bounds inside the 15. And trying to get that second effort. No whistle yet. Now there's the whistle inside the 15-yard line. Wide open on the flat. Israel Bauer got the completion. That'll be a gain of 18 yards to the 14-yard line. That's his second catch for 27 yards. So 1st and 10 at the 13. Germanson to throw over the middle. Complete. Narum brought down by Muskie. Ryan Muskie on the quick tackle at the 9. Picks up 4 yards. And now a whistle and a flag on the far side. Well, and a flag on the near sideline as well. There's 1 second remaining in the quarter. Official here on the near sideline, Dale Lundum, is going to explain it to Coach Heck and Suffolk. They're going to walk it off against the Hawks. About the 17-yard line. Final play of this first half, barring a penalty. Back to pass, Germanson looking to throw. Sets up, throwing deep to the end zone, incomplete. Looking for Bauer, went right through his hands. And again, we have that was the flag from the last play that the official forgot to pick up. Incompleted pass, and that is the way our first half comes to an end. Your score at halftime, it is Valley City 8 and Horace nothing. We're back with our halftime here from Hannah Field. You are listening and watching Highlander football on the Highlander Activity Network. Paul McDonough back with you here at Hannah Field. We are at the half. Valley City leading West Fargo Horace by a score of 8-0. The Highlanders on their opening drive got the ball on downs, and they needed 6 plays, went 26 yards. And it was a fumble. Fumbled that they recovered at the Horace 26-yard line. 6 plays later, Caleb McLaughlin took it in from 3 yards out. Derek Shape added the conversion. And the Highlanders led by a score of 8-0 early in the first quarter. That was all your scoring in the first quarter. Defenses took over from there. Taking a look at the first half stats, Valley City 57 yards on the ground. Caleb McLaughlin 7 carries for 51 yards. 1 carry for 9 for Derek Shape. 3 carries for 20 yards from Jameson Muchler. But what has hurt the offense is Jackson Thornton. We've had a couple of bad snaps and a couple of sacks. 23 yards, minus 23 yards on 4 carries for Jackson. So 57 yards on the ground for Valley City. Through the air, Jackson's 1 for 2, 5 yards. That was a completion on a middle screen to Caleb McLaughlin, and Colton Griebel had 1 pass that was incomplete. So a total of 62 yards of total offense for Valley City. And for Horace in that first half, they have 24 on the ground, 32 through the air for 56 yards of total offense in that first half. Narum, he leads the ground attack with 4 carries for 18 yards. And Abram Germanson, the quarterback, the freshman, he has completed 4 of 8 for 32 yards, passing 2 of those catches, 27 yards to Israel Bauer. And that is the extent of their offense. Again, 56 yards in total offense, just the 1 turnover on that fumble on the opening possession for Horace. We've got more sports coming up here for the Highliners here on the Highliner Activity Network beginning tomorrow. We'll have tennis here on our Go channel as Highliner Tennis will be taking on Fargo South. And then on our football channel on Hannah Field, Thunder Football. And they will be taking on Jamestown. That'll be 2 games, 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock tomorrow for Thunder Football. And then we'll have more tennis for the varsity coming up on Thursday. They will take on Grand Forks Central on the North Courts. And again, one more Thunder Football game. They will take on Milner. And that is a 6 o'clock kickoff here at Hannah Field on Thursday. And no sports again coming up here on Friday as the Highlander football team, speaking of Horace, they'll be on the road taking on the Hawks for the Hawks homecoming game. That is a 7 o'clock kickoff from West Fargo on Friday night. Volleyball, they're on the road tomorrow and again on Thursday. So no volleyball on the Highlander Activity Network here this week. And, of course, next week is homecoming, and we'll kick off homecoming week on Monday night with a Powder Puff game here at Hannah Field, and you can catch that right here on the Highlander Activity Network beginning at around 7 o'clock. So that's what's coming up on the Highlander Activity Network. We are just about ready for the start of the second half. The Highliners and the Hawks will be back with that third quarter. You are listening and watching Highlander football on the Highlander Activity Network. As we get ready for the second half, and Horace will kick the ball off. Valley City will have the ball first. Line drive kick taken at the 25 to the 30. Middle return 35 at 40. And across the 40 out to the 41-yard line. Jameson Muchler on the return. 1st and 10 for the Highliners at their own 41-yard line. As we just get things started here in this third quarter. Again, 10-minute quarters, running time until the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. And then we'll have normal time in the final 2 minutes. From the 41, 1st and 10 for the Highlanders. Jackson Thornton will bring him up. Caleb McLaughlin, 7 carries, 51 yards rushing, and a touchdown in that first half. Muchler on the pitch to the wide side of the field. Jameson looking for running room. He ain't going to find it. He'll be wrapped up and brought down for no gain. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Theodore Seeley on the tackle. Might even, now they're going to say right back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. Highlanders at their own 41-yard line. Thornton will send Amon split out wide to the far side of the field. Jackson Thornton, counter, handoff, goes to McLaughlin. Nope. Again, stood up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play again on the carry by McLaughlin. Brings up 3rd down and 10. Caden Mansky on the tackle there. One of the Hawks on the tackle. 3rd down and 10 from the 41. Highlanders their first possession here, second half. 7:59, clock ticking in his moving clock third quarter. Receiver wide to the near side of the field. Shape goes in motion across the backfield. Thornton looking to throw, sets up, throwing near side for Amon. Nice catch at the 49, and complete, was pushed out of bounds, but great leaping catch by Parker Amon. And down at the 49, picks up 8 yards. So Amon with a nice catch there. Still short of the first down. 4th and 2. Handoff. McLaughlin, first down as he powers his way to the 35-yard line. 45. Gains of 6 yards there for Caleb. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Highliners. On a 4th down carry to the 45. Let's see if they turn the lights on here. The sun going down a little bit earlier now. 6:50 to go, third quarter. Mutchler comes in motion, gets the pitch, looking for a block, doesn't get it, wrapped up, and he'll lose a yard or two. So a loss of a yard on the play. Cooper Fuchs there defensively, along with Owen Mueller. So a loss of 1 for Jamison. 2nd down and 11 for the Highliners at the Hawks' 46-yard line. 6 minutes, 15 seconds, clock ticking, third quarter. Here's Shape going in motion. Handoff up the middle, McLaughlin, and Caleb will get inside the 40, reaches to the 39. Picks up 7 yards on the carry there to the 39-yard line. Will bring up 3rd and 3 for Valley City. Third down and 3 coming up for the Highliners. This will be play number 5, 6. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be play number 6 of this drive. Here comes Mutchler in motion. And Thornton's going to take it himself. Jackson goes right up the middle as he takes it himself. Still going to be short of the first down. And back to the original line of scrimmage, back to that 39-yard line. No gain. So another 4th down play here for Valley City. 3, 4, 5, 6. Play number 8 of this drive for the Highliners. Their second 4th down. Got a first down on their last attempt. Now 4th down and 3 from the 39. McLaughlin the lone setback. Shape in motion. Counter gives off. Mutchler bobbled the handoff, and he did not get the first down. Not a good exchange there. Bobbled it. And the ball will go over to the Hawks on downs. Adam Bamba there defensively coming up with the tackle for the Hawks. So Horace will take over, 1st down and 10 at their own 38-yard line. With 4 minutes and 39 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Come up to the line of scrimmage with their 2 wings. A very similar offense with the 2 wings, 1 set wide out. And the handoff up the middle. Nice play with the fullback. Gets to the outside as he got away from the initial tackle attempt. And Gledo bounced it to the outside, gets across the 40. And they're going to mark it down at the 42-yard line. So pick up a 4 yards. 2nd down and 6 for the Hawks from the 42. Germanson under center. And the handoff coming back to his wingback across the 45 and out to about the 49-yard line. Jacob Birnbaum on the carry there, or 26. Dylan Otterson on the carry. And he'll have the first down out to the 49-yard line. Picks up 7 yards. So 1st and 10 for the Hawks from their own 49. Gladue the lone setback. Again, two wings. Receiver wide here to the near side. Bauer. Jefferson under center. Handoff. Goes Gladue straight up the middle to the 45, and he's into Highlander territory inside the 40. All right at the 40. Another first down carry. 11 yards there. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Hawks at the Highlander 40-yard line. First and 10 at the 40. They'll bring him up. One receiver wide to the far side. Again, Gladue the lone setback. Two wings. Germanson under center. Inside handoff, Narum to the 40, to the 35, and a little stiff arm gets down to the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup and another first down. Or should be. It is. Another first down. Oh, 1st and 10. Third first down of this drive for the Hawks. This will be the 7th play of this drive coming up from the 30-yard line. 1:52 remaining, third quarter. Narum comes in motion. Gladeau's right up the middle on the carry, and he's got a host of Highlanders that'll meet him at the point of attack. He will get a couple of yards on the forward progress. Second down coming up. Gain of 2 to the 28. They'll bring him up a 2nd down and 8 from the 28. One receiver split out wide to the far side of the field. Germanson, Otterson in motion. Narum again gets the counter, and he is hit and brought down. Jack Dieterle coming up from the defensive end spot and makes a tackle there. So Dieterle with the tackle. There will be a loss of 2 yards. And a third down play coming up. 3rd and 10 for the Hawks from their own Highlander 30-yard line. 40 seconds to go, third quarter. Highlanders leading at 8-0. Receiver wide to the right. Now back split. Narum comes in motion across the backfield. Germanson pitches. Gladeau to the outside. Dieterle again will grab him and bring him down for no gain. So Jack Dieterle back-to-back plays defensively. And it'll bring up 4th down and 10 from the 30. Valley too far for that 48-yard field goal, even with the wind at your back. And that is going to be the final play of the third quarter. So we head to the 4th. Your score, it is Valley City 8 and Horace nothing. This is Highlander Junior Varsity Football on the Highlander Activity Network. As we get ready for the fourth quarter, Valley City leading at 8-0. Horace facing a 4th down and 10 from the Highlander 30-yard line. Germanson under pressure, and he is going to be wrapped up and brought down for a sack. So the Highlander defense come up with a couple of big plays. And right there on the sack was Trey McPartland for Valley City, all the way back to the 42-yard line, a loss of 12 yards. So the Highlander defense comes up with a couple of big plays with Jack Dieterling and McPartland on the sack. And they will take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. With 9 minutes and 54 seconds remaining, we're in quarter number 4. From the 42, receiver wide here to the near side, Parker Amon. With the 2 wings, McLaughlin lone setback. Here goes Shape in motion. And on McLaughlin up middle to 45 to the 40. He's got running him inside the 45 and takes the pile down to the 40-yard line. That is going to be an 18-yard carry. Check that. That is Corbin Powell. I'm going to say it almost looked more like Corbin than it did McLaughlin. And Corbin Powell with a power run to the 40-yard line. That is an 18-yard carry for Powell in his first carry of the game. Been nursing a sore knee. Didn't look like it there. 18-yard pickup. And 1st and 10 for the Highlanders at the Hawk 40. So Powell now the lone setback with Muchler and Shape the wings. Here's Shape in motion. Hand off again to Corbin. He's got fresh legs, except for a kickoff and a punt. And he kept one. Ooh, that was an early whistle. Ay, carambas. That was an early whistle. And they're going to... they say, oh boy, that Corbin feet just kept turning, but they're going to give him just the 4 yards, and they had the quick whistle. Brings up a 2nd down and 6 from the 36. Eight minutes, 18 seconds in this 4th quarter. Running clock to a hit that 2-minute warning. Then we go normal clock. Jackson Thornton brings him up to the line. From the 36, 2nd and 6. Powell, the lone setback with the 2 wings. Here's Shape again in motion. He'll take the handoff. Cuts behind. He's to the far side to the 30, to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Derek Shape. Came in motion, took the handoff, and takes it in 36 yards. And Shape scores with 7:50 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And the Highlanders extend the lead to 14-0 with a conversion pending. So a couple of runs for Corbin Powell, and then Shape takes it in. A 3-play drive. Covers 58 yards. And a 2-point conversion here for Valley City. Shape goes in motion. Thornton, handoff. Powell picks his way through, and he's going to be in for the conversion. So we come back up the field with 7 minutes and 32 seconds left to go in quarter number 4. It is Valley City 16 and Horace nothing. Back with more Highlander football on the Highlander Activity Network. That was a 3-play drive, 58 yards, an 18-yard run by Corbin Powell, then a 4-yard run by Corbin Powell, and then a 36-yard run by Derek Shape for the touchdown. Powell tacked on the 2-point conversion. 16-0 Highlanders with 7:32 to go here in the 4th quarter. Now Powell approaches with the kickoff. Short kick, 35. One of the upmen takes it. Across the 40, running room to the 45, and onto the 47-yard line. I think that was Owen Mueller that had the return. So the Hawks will have it 1st down and 10. And they will mark it at the Hawk 46-yard line. As we approach 7 minutes remaining here in this 4th quarter. From the 46, 1st and 10 for Horace. Nelson Germanson out again at quarterback with the back split. One wing here to the near side. From the 46, Hutterson goes in motion. And off near him in the backfield. Gets away from a Highlander tackler, and then Jack Dieterle grabs him from behind. He got away from Boston Larson in the backfield and was able to slip ahead for a yard to the 47-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down and 9 at the 47. As we approach 6 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Glado, the lone setback. Near him comes in motion. Glado, the fullback, gets a handoff, picks his way to the 50, gets into Highlander territory, and then taken there by a host of Highlander tacklers, but he does get to the 49-yard line. And we'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 at the 49-yard line in Highlander territory. Check that number. Is Tydre here to the near side. Is that number 6? Or we'll check that on the lone receiver here to the near side. Hutterson comes in motion. On the counter. Back to the way near him. Oh, he's got running him up the middle. He'll have the first down inside the 45. Comes back with the counter. Ryer Muskie on the tackle. But down to the 44. Got the 5 yards for the first down. And 1st and 10 for Horace at the Highlander 44-yard line. And even 5 minutes remaining. Fourth quarter, 16-0 Valley City. Earlier today, Carrington in the junior high game winning 16-12. Here, Highlanders leading 16-0. Hutterson comes in motion. Again, near him on the counter. Picks it right up the middle again, and Corbin Powell is there along with McLaughlin. Colton Griebel helping it also on the tackle after a gain of 1 to the 43. Let's said, very similar offense with the 2 wings and 1 setback. Coming back with that counter on the wing. And actually number 7, both for the Highlanders too, Ethan Miller. And 111 yards, a couple long touchdowns last Friday night against Dickinson on that very same play. Nerem, 9 carries, 33 yards so far here. Here's Germanson rolling out. He's going to have a man. He's going to be brought down and throw is going to be incomplete. Again, Jack Dieterle on the pressure. And the pass is incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down from the 43. 3rd and 9. 3:43, clock on the move here in that fourth quarter. When we get to the 2-minute mark, we'll have running time. It'll be at the 43-yard line. 3rd down play coming up. 2 receivers to the far side. That's Miller and Fuchs. Now Fuchs comes here to the near side and sets up as a wideout on a 3rd down from the 43. Jeremson rolling that way. He's looking. He wants Fuchs. He's going deep over the middle. He's got him complete at the 15, and the ball comes free, and it's picked up by Derek Shaves. They're going to say incompleted pass. That was Cruz Kappenman on the defense there, and it looked like Fuchs had him. He had him by about a step or so, but great job defensively by Kappenman coming up and jarring the ball free, incomplete. So 4th down coming up here from the 43. They need to get to the 34-yard line, so 4th and 9 for the Hawks. 2.5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. In the pistol, now the low snap, and Jermanson, that's going to be recovered by the Highliners. That's Corbin Powell who's coming in defensively, and he's going to recover it. And by virtue of that, Highliners actually gain a couple of yards, and they will take over on the fumble, 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. So 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Valley City will have it 1st and 10 at their own 48. Again, the clock is running until we hit that 2-minute warning, and then we'll have normal time in the final 2 minutes. from the 48. Jackson Thornton taking a long look at the play clock as he's going to take his time getting under center. Sends Shape in motion. Connor gives off the Powell to the 50. Corbin will take it to the 45. Picks up 7 yards. And brings up second down and 3 at the 45. Powell here taking the workload. 3 carries, 29 yards. At 22 yards on the last drive on that 58-yard touchdown drive, which Derek Shape took the last 36 in. Minute and a half remaining in this one. Coach Aaron Heck gives Jackson Thornton the play. He'll take it to the huddle. He'll probably snap it with about 4 or 5 seconds left in the play clock. They better hurry. There's 7 right now. They might have to take a timeout here or just take the 5-yard penalty. And they'll just take the 5-yard delay of game. Ooh, they hand it off just in time. And the handoff goes to Corbin Powell. He's going to have the first down, takes it to the 40. Just like they say in the NFL, it gets to 0, and then the officials look, and if the ball snaps, so you get about an extra second. 5-yard carry there for Powell. That'll bring a first and 5 from the 40. And the Highlanders only need to snap it one more time. 45 seconds remaining. And let's see if they get into a victory formation. And they are. So Thornton will take the snap, take the knee. And they'll do it. I think they have to do that one more time. Nope, they don't, because there's 24 seconds to go. And the clock will wind down. And Valley City's junior varsity will improve to 3-0 on the season. And they win it here this evening. Your final score will be the Horace Hawks 16 and Valley City nothing. We'll be back with our postgame here from Hannah Field. This is Highlander Football on the Highlander Activity Network. Final score here, 16-0 Valley City with the win. The Highlander JV goes to 3-0 on the season. And the scoring here in this one on the opening score for the Valley City Highlanders after a fumble recovery at the Hawks' 26-yard line. Highlanders went 6 plays and those 26 yards. Caleb McLaughlin scoring from a 3-yard touchdown run. Derek Shape out of the 2-point conversion. And the Highlanders led 8-0, and it stayed that way until the second half, fourth quarter, with 7:50 remaining. After the Highlanders stopped them on downs, took over at the 42-yard line. 3 plays, a 18-yard run by Corbin Powell, a 4-yard run by Corbin Powell, and then a 36-yard touchdown run by Derek Shape. Powell out of the 2-point conversion, and that made it a 14-0 lead. Powell ran in with that conversion, and the Highlanders winning it by a final of 16-0. Final stats here: Valley City 137 yards on the ground, 13 through the air, 150 yards of total offense here today. Leading the way on the ground was Caleb McLaughlin, 10 carries for 64 yards. Derek Shape only carried the ball twice, but had 45 yards on those 2 carries. And Corbin Powell, 4 carries for 34 yards. And for the Hawks, leading on the ground was Niram. He carried the ball 9 times for 33 yards here this evening. As Jackson Niram, the freshman, 9 carries for 33 yards. And also Gladau carried the ball 6 times for 24 yards, 55 yards on the ground for the Hawks. And they had another 32 yards through the air passing, with Germanson hitting on 4 of 10 for 32 yards through the air. So a total of 87 yards of offense for the Hawks. So the Highlanders win it. And again, the junior varsity improves to 3-0 on the season. More football coming away tomorrow here on the Highlander Activity Network. We've got Thunder football tomorrow here from Hannah Field as the Thunder will be taking on Jamestown. That will be a kickoff for 6 o'clock for the first game, 7 o'clock for the second. We also have Highlander tennis tomorrow, 3 o'clock from the North Courts. And my thanks to cameraman Tegan Zahn and our technical director Brian Krewald, and of course all of our viewers watching us here on the Highlander Activity Network. It is a 16-12 loss to Carrington in the junior high game, and then the junior varsity game goes to the Highlanders by a final of 16-0. Until next time, Paul McDonald saying thanks for joining us, and so long from Hannah Field.